I think it's pretty safe to say shooters are the most popular genre of video games. There's always a minute barrier to entry and they always make you feel like a badass. Since the dawn of time, which was actually 1978, Space Invaders made its debut in arcades and took the world by storm. But there's a common narrative, a stereotype, a pigeonhole if you will, surrounding the Switch. There aren't any shooters on the Switch. Bullshit. There aren't any shooters on the Switch, and I know this for a fact because this is the second time I've delved into this topic. So let's stop wasting time and get into it. And if there are any games here that you like, hit that thumbs up. It's free. Why not? What better way to start off than with one of the most influential shooters of all time? No, not Half-Life. No, not Halo. Trust me, bro, I wish. But Goldeneye. Back in the mid to late 90s, this was the golden, no pun intended, child of console multiplayer. Ask any 30-year-old wearing this Triforce shirt and you will experience involuntary abstinence like no other. There are a lot of people that hold a very special place in their heart for this game. It was the spot where boys became men, where hatchets were buried, where no colors or creeds existed. Just odd job. But now we get to finally experience this glorious multiplayer on the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. This sucks. I mean, I get back in the day, it was probably hard for developers to envision what a shooter would feel like on a controller because they were mainly on PCs. Hell, I bet with this controller, it was a lot harder too. Dude, the N64 controller made me think that people had a secret third arm when I was a kid. And that's not even a joke. This game just does not hold up anymore. So funny story, actually, one of my friends gave me an extra copy of Goldeneye 64 that he had, and the same day he gave it to me, that's when my N64 decided to crash. Maybe God was giving me a sign, I don't know. But hopefully one day we could get Goldeneye Reloaded on modern platforms. Now that's a Goldeneye game. But after everything I just said, I actually really like the levels here. I was getting lost in the first level just kind of seeing what secrets there were to be discovered. While gameplay and controls can usually age like milk, level design ages like wine. But after 30 minutes, I just put it down and played something else. It's really slick how the Switch has online multiplayer for this game. But the Rare Replay one did give us more modern controls. Pick your poison. But in order to play Goldeneye on Rare Replay, you need the digital version. I don't know, I guess just whoever got the physical version. I need to get washed after playing this game. Oh, hey, look, it's Power Wash Simulator. Unironically, this is one of the most relaxing games I've played recently. Just the process of watching sheds, rocks, or decks go from spackle to backyard party ready is... I love it. There's a meter right here so you know how clean everything is. Now that's ironic, because Power Wash Simulator looks like trash on the Switch. I play video games to get away from chores, and this game is chores. It's honestly really rewarding. As you're doing your job, you'll get texts from your client saying like, oh my god, my kids are so excited to finally play in the backyard. And gives you a sense of achievement. I didn't accomplish much as a child. But don't take my word for it. One of my best friends does this as a side hustle, and here's what he has to say about the game. Power Wash Simulator, in one word, is therapeutic. It highlights all the joys of the job in real life very well, and does so in a fun and juvenile way. In contrast, the game does an excellent job at highlighting the realistic frustrations of the job also. From having to always be bending over to get to the hard-to-reach spots, and going too fast with the pressure washer, and missing areas you could have swore you already pressure washed. For my brief 15 minutes of gameplay, I was satisfied with cleaning as much as I had cleaned, but also frustrated with the long and realistic process of pressure washing, and knew I was done for the day. I know these Switch shooters might look a little bleak right now, and this next entry might actually make things a lot worse for you, but we have one of the most shooters of all time, Overwatch 2. Back in 2016, Overwatch took the world by storm. Everyone and their mother was playing this game. It seemed to be at the time the most pro-consumer game, let alone shooter, on the market. Games like COD just had these really DLC packs that would just split up the player base, so seeing Blizzard do something pro-consumer, just giving this stuff outright, was really something special. The loot boxes weren't monetized, so it incentivized the gamers to just keep playing. In a world of darkness, Overwatch was like a beacon of light on the gaming industry, and at the time, we desperately needed that. Aside from all of this bullshit from Activision Blizzard, when they finally announced Overwatch 2, I couldn't care less. I had kind of grown out of Overwatch and just video games as a whole at that time. But I am happy with some of the practices here, like if you already played Overwatch 1, you could just transfer all your saves and skins. That's awesome. And if you didn't, you're just basically out of luck and kind of have to give Activision Blizzard your phone number to play online. That is still the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I bet some Chinese government agent already has my info right now as we speak.
I'd like to direct your attention to the screen for a short video if you don't mind.
Putting all of what I just said on the back burner, this is a fun ass game. I'm not too good at it, but the game just feels great. The matches just constantly feel quick and snappy. Something is always happening. And the Switch version somehow runs incredibly. I am shocked that this game is playing on my Nintendo Switch. I don't think I've had a single frame dip on my OLED, whether docked or handheld. But if online multiplayer isn't really your cup of gamer fuel, we have the We have the Borderlands Trilogy and the BioShock Trilogy. I'm putting these together because I can, and they both start with B's. I got one friend who absolutely adores the BioShock series. We're gonna get that System Shock remake one day, buddy, I promise. And I have another friend who absolutely adores the Borderlands series, but I don't think I've really played either of these games. I have BioShock on my Switch. I have Borderlands on Steam. I'm thinking about streaming it. If you wanna see that, let me know down below. From what I've seen of Borderlands, this is a wacky looter shooter. I actually did play it once on my Vita, but that ran like dog, so I set it aside to never play again. And then Steam had a sale, so I said, F it. If you like Borderlands, let me know why in the comments below. BioShock, on the other hand, is an incredibly rich tale with plot twists lurking around every corner. I have a vague understanding of what goes on. I don't want to know everything before I experience it. You get the most out of this game finding all the audio logs and really diving into the worlds of BioShock. It doesn't hold your hand, it lets you just go and seek out adventure. It sounds kind of similar to Metroid Prime in that way. I actually do remember playing Infinite like 10 years ago, but just not liking the gunplay, so I turned it off. I was just so accustomed to Call of Duty and Halo that anything else I just didn't really care for. If you enjoy BioShock though, would you kindly head to Major Pineapple's channel and subscribe to the son of a bitch? And there are still more story-rich shooters on the Switch. One of them is actually a Nintendo IP, Metroid Prime Remastered. So I'm not too into Metroid, so seeing this announcement didn't really hype me up that much. I still bought it though, so that way Nintendo sees the value in this franchise. But I am stoked for the fans that got a remaster of Metroid Prime. My one memory playing Metroid Prime, I was playing it in the living room. My grandpa was asleep on the couch doing that potent grandpa sleep. You know what I'm talking about. Mouth wide open, snore loud enough to awaken a dragon that's been resting for eons, breath so foul it could stop a rhino dead in its tracks. That kind of sleep. I had played an hour of Metroid Prime and got lost, so I just kind of set the game down. I was expecting it to be more Halo, so I didn't really touch this franchise after that. I had to redeem my honor right here, right now, on Twitch. And plus, it is so embarrassing that the only Metroid game I have is Metroid Prime Federation Force. You know what? I don't need to pay my rent this month. I did not think that through. I used Metroid Prime as an excuse to finally start streaming, and God, this game is fantastic. And if you want to see me stream on Twitch, links are down below. The combat just feels so unique. The exploration is damn fun. And getting all these upgrades for Samus's armor is just... It's addicting. It's addicting. The biggest disappointment by far is just not having the entire trilogy on the Switch. So apparently the Prime Trilogy is all ready to go on Switch, but Nintendo's just not releasing it. Just give us the f***ing trilogy, guys. Come on. I've just been craving a game lately that's gonna bring me on this incredible adventure, and Metroid Prime scratched that itch. God, swimming sucks. I love how the game doesn't explicitly tell you what to do, where to go, what's going on. You have to figure everything out yourself. So if you're a Souls fan, you're actually probably gonna like it. There are so many ways to control Samus here, whether you're using pointer controls, kind of like the Wii, but Nintendo did give us some modern controls. I was using my Nixie joypads for these. These are basically Pro Joy-Con. If you want some of these, I do have an affiliate link down in the description box below. Be sure to use coupon code MAJORP at checkout. The visuals here look stellar. You could see Samus's face reflect in the visor. If you're in the rain, the water's gonna drip down on your gun the correct way. It looks so cool. You can feel the heat and the moisture also reflected in your visor as well. It makes you feel like you're in this adventure, not controlling someone in the adventure. You know what I mean? So this is usually the part where I'm like, ooh, click that like and subscribe button, but not right now. Mainly because I've already said to in the video, but this is for a different reason. I just want to take this time to announce the Discord server and invite you all to hop in. So when I started this YouTube channel a couple years ago, I really wanted to build this community of people who liked video games, because I like video games, obviously. And not many of my other friends like the same games I did. I just want a place where people could come, like, feel safe, have fun, you know, be comfortable. And yeah, I think you'll have fun on the Discord. Anyways, back to the video. But if you just want to like unwind, just decompress, pull off a couple headshots, Severed Steel is going to be your game. Now this game is really addictive. So you play as a girl, and with one arm too? Don't try to be Samus. Severed Steel is all bullet time. Every level is tense, addictive, and offers a unique challenge. And you can do some crazy shit here. Wall running, dolphin dives, flips, slides. This makes you feel like a badass. When you're pulling off all these stunts, that's when you get the most bullet time. You'll feel like John Wick pulling off this shit. Yeah. That's when the gyro controls start to kick in, and I'm kind of mixed on them. And you better pray to God you're not caught using the gyro controls, or else you're gonna look like a total doofus. I get it's an indie game, but Call of Duty can never. Oh, and these levels here are so sick. Each one is a bite-sized mission, but they're incredibly difficult, so it adds to the runtime. All these levels are incredibly open-ended. There's no one right way to tackle a mission. And if you don't feel like pulling off all this hardcore parkour, just use that nuke and just blast your way through the level. Now, this guy has to go back to discrediting himself, and I'm gonna do that with Shotgun Farmers. All right, please hear me out. Markiplier tried out this game a couple years ago, so that's the merit I'm standing on.
Oh, I didn't whack hard enough. I didn't whack hard enough.
What did he say?
This is a very simple game, and that's where all the enjoyment comes from. This is as casual as an FPS could get. Dude, I see the Shotgun Farmer developers put more love into their game than 343 with Halo Infinite. You f***ed up bad, dude. You better pray to God Season 3 saves your ass. There are some pretty cool mechanics here. Instead of having just magazines of ammunition, you gotta shoot the ground and grow more crop guns to snatch more rounds. And the movement here is quick. You gotta dial down your sensitivity a couple notches in this game, but it's really easy to get the hang of after that. And I'll be honest, I think I did pretty well in this game. I don't know why I'm bragging. I am really blowing off all of my friends who want to play Modern Warfare 2 for Shotgun Farmers. This isn't even the kind of game you want to be good at. Imagine explaining to your girlfriend that this is the reason you keep ignoring her. Oh my gosh, baby, I need your help. Wait, what? I'm playing Shotgun Farmers. I did not think that through. This reminds me of a Wii game that I loved as a kid, Chicken Shooter. Bet that's really telling of who this guy is now. You don't have to wait long for a match. There's actually a good amount of people playing this game online. The cross-platform here definitely saved this game from dying out. What's your excuse? The game mode I remember the most was kind of similar to Gun Game. Anytime you kill someone with your gun, you get a better weapon until you're just left with a knife at the top. Dude, I had a blast playing this. I didn't stop until I won, which was after 2 matches, but still, I kept playing after that because it was really good. Now, I haven't played that much of Shotgun Farmers. I know, shocker. But every time I've booted it up, there's been a brand new rotating game mode for me to try out. Why do I have to bring you up twice? If you're looking for something to just kind of decompress from your day, this is a great game. All right, let's crank this up more. So let's check out, no, not ProDeus, but ProDeus.
Do you want to be forklift certified? Do you want an emo goth girlfriend with big mommy milkers? And are you wondering who's in Paris? Then play ProDeus!
What I expected, a Doom clone. What I didn't expect, a Metroidvania. What I got, one of the most badass shooters of all time. Yeah, you're kind of just going from room to room to kill more guys, but I will be damned if it is not fun as hell. As you can tell, ProDeus takes the look of old school Doom, but the gameplay of Doom Eternal, and this is a match made in heaven. The lighting, the level design, the blood and particle effects are absolutely mesmerizing. And the gun sound effects are gonna grow some chest hair on you real quick. If this doesn't do anything for you, I don't know, man. You gotta see a gynecologist now. Even the weapon select menu sounds badass. Oh, that's nice. So you're not fighting actual demons. They're called chaos monsters. All right, and there's zombies here, so tight. There's not really a story or a plot here. Don't bother finding one. It's not the point. This is just balls to the wall fun, and Jesus, this is refreshing. This is a great pick-me-up game. What a long day at the office. I'm gonna dismember some demons right now. Dude, in this game, it says it was made by like 2 or 3 guys. Good God. It looks like they worked on like Payday 2, BioShock Infinite, Black Ops 2. That's the best COD. And Super Lucky still? Yeah, everything seems great. Can you just give me a little bit more information about yourself on why you think you'd be perfect for this role? Yeah, I've got like 49 confirmed kills. I've led about 18 different hostage situations. I've taken down like 12 mega corporations and have been involved in about 3 hit runs. You do realize this position's to teach preschool children, right? Actually, that makes some sense with the platforming here. ProDeus also has online multiplayer, but nobody's playing the Switch version because they're all on shotgun farmers. We gotta change that, come on. Get ProDeus, let's play online. But where they lag in the online multiplayer, there's user-generated levels. These are outstanding. My only complaint here is that the controls are just kind of weird. It's kind of like Severed Steel. The controls are just odd. They're not bad, just unconventional, but it kind of makes it stand out. And I kind of noticed this a lot in Switch games too, like SpongeBob. SpongeBob does this too, and I don't get it. But before we head into our next entry, there's something I want to talk about real quick. So, a little while ago, I took a look at Hypercharge Unboxed. This is basically an arena-style shooter meets Toy Story. Awesome. Great premise here, but everything else about the game, I didn't like. My biggest thing was that the controls and the gameplay just didn't really gel well with me. But you would have no idea I felt that way if you only looked at the comments here. And I was getting so much flack from people saying, oh, it's because you're playing the Switch version. And to all those people, I have one thing to show you. This is running on a Switch. This is Bright Memory Infinite, or BMI for short. And all you Twitter blue hairs, calm down. This isn't gonna fat shame anybody. This game was used to showcase the power for the Xbox Series X. Bro, I thought this was Crysis, not Slasis. Oh God, that was so cringy. You have all the cosmetics unlocked from the jump for the main character, Sheila. Discord moderators, you're gonna like a lot of these. Tumblr user, you're gonna hate them. And dude, to make it even better, they even added a third person. I wonder why. The action is quick and everything has a punch. Sheila could give some of the most iconic FPS characters a run for their money. Bro, you guys are nuts. Samus Solo's Doom Guy and Master Chief. No way, dude. Master Chief all the way. Guys, no, it's Doom Guy. He went to the gates of hell and survived. I think Sheila's kind of cool, guys. Wait, didn't you pee in a ball pit last week? No, shut up. The controls here are also very, very weird. I don't think that's a Switch thing. I think that's just a game thing. They're just like inconsistent. Certain moves will have you jumping between pressing the button and holding down the button. It's weird. It's clunky. It kills the momentum, but I hope one day they can patch it out. And the visuals here look great for a Switch game, especially for a Switch game that was supposed to be a graphical showcase for the Xbox Series X, the most powerful console of all time. The story here is really strange, but let's be real. Most people aren't going to be playing this for the plot. A black hole appears out of nowhere, and for some reason, that's when the Chinese mafia start to do their bad guy stuff. It's just so stupid. Bro, imagine like gangsters really doing this.
So you mean to tell me, media, 50 miles long, is gonna come to this planet, decimate all life?
Sell the coke. Bright Memory Infinite is exactly what Crysis needs to be. On howlongtobeat.com, it says the game is only like 2 hours, so if you have time to kill for an afternoon, just get this. We have now reached the most unique game on this list. It's the only game on this list that has an entire video dedicated to it, Neon White. Bro, I love Neon White. This game is great. This is a Jungle Juice medley of CSGO slide, speedrunning, arcade high scores, visual novels, anime. There is nothing like it. Everything just feels so finely tuned here. The controls are tailor-made for this game. If you want to know more about it, I go way more in depth in my video right here. And yeah, shoot some on the Switch.